5, 4.
Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen and friends, and most importantly, graduates and award winners. As chair of the College Board of Management, it is my pleasure to welcome you here today to this virtual ceremony to celebrate the success of our students. Today is a special occasion for our graduates and their loved ones. Graduates, we know that it has been a very challenging year because of the pandemic and repeated lockdowns, and you have had to use different modes of learning. We wholeheartedly congratulate you for completing your course in such surreal and restricted environments. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears in achieving your goals. Christopher Reeve, better known as Superman, said, "So many of our dreams at first seem impossible. Then they seem improbable, and then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable." You are all truly super graduates. You, your family and friends should be very proud that you will be a graduate of one of the largest colleges in Scotland. A college which is one of the powerhouses of the local economy, employing 1,200 people with an annual turnover of nearly £60 million, teaching more than 23,000 students and working with some 600 employers. We also educate some 3,000 pupils in 40 secondary schools across our region. West College Scotland is a college that leads change, drives innovation, and provides opportunities to people across the west of Scotland. One with a growing reputation at national level, where our advice is sought and our voice is listened to. The college is the hub, the nexus of the communities that we serve. Orrin Hatch said, "Graduation is not the end, it is the beginning." As a West College Scotland graduate, you have access to this vast networks of opportunities with this rich heritage that we are so privileged to build upon. You are graduates, by achieving what you have achieved at college, are already part of and building on that heritage. The college is fortunate to receive support from a range of organizations that help to make our graduations such a success. A very sincere thank you to all our partners and sponsors and our college staff who make these ceremonies possible. Graduates, be proud of your achievement. You absolutely deserve it. Our college is especially proud of your success in your studies during these unprecedented times. Today is your day. Dr. Seuss, the American filmmaker, aptly describes your next steps. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. We wish you every success in your future endeavors. While we are not celebrating that success as we would perhaps normally do due to pandemic restrictions, I hope that you, your friends, and your families will be able to have the opportunity to safely celebrate your achievements in your own way. So to fire you up, I leave you with a quote from Walt Disney on his 5 magic secrets. Think tomorrow, free imagination, strive for everlasting quality, have a stick-to-it-ity, and have fun. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce our Principal and Chief Executive, Liz Connolly.
Honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, our graduation ceremonies are truly the highlight of our year. As Principal of West College Scotland, it is an immense privilege for me to host this event and to welcome grandparents, mums, dads, husbands, wives, partners, children and friends. But most of all, it's an honour to welcome and congratulate our outstanding class of 2021. And you certainly are an outstanding class. You have achieved your qualifications during one of the most challenging times in our country's history, with all the norms and expectations of student life turned upside down. Many of you have had to adapt to remote learning. You've had to motivate yourselves to continue on your student journey, whilst perhaps dealing with challenging home and family situations. And throughout it all, you've had to be resilient. And the resilience you have shown will stand you in good stead for the future. What then is this evening all about? Well, although we are not all in a grand hall together, as we would have been pre-COVID, this ceremony is still all about celebrating you and your achievements. Achievements should be celebrated individually and collectively. When a footballer scores a goal, it's not just the goal scorer who celebrates, so do teammates, coaches and fans. And none of us achieves anything on our own. We all need help, and when we get it, we say thank you. So we are also here to say thank you to the whole West College Scotland family, from the outstanding lecturers to the facilities and support staff who helped and supported you throughout your college journey. And all achievement deserves to be recognised. 60 years ago, a college graduate, Yuri Gagarin, took the ultimate leap into the unknown and won the admiration of the world to become the first person in space. Your achievements, however, are no less great, no less brave, and have already set you on a path to further enrich the world. Today is your ticker tape parade and a chance for us all to recognise and celebrate your achievements. The world has changed dramatically since Yuri Gagarin, at that time a 16-year-old apprentice in a steel foundry, took evening classes to better himself. Your mobile phone contains more computing power than that harnessed by the rockets that powered those first astronauts into space. Words and names such as Google, Microsoft and Facebook hadn't been conceived. Neither had the idea of a global pandemic that would isolate people like never before in modern history, but that would also allow all of us to take another collective technological leap. One that has created a virtual college family, allowing learning to continue throughout the toughest of times and ensure you can graduate today. Now try and imagine the next wave of technological change that will transform our world again. You know the workplace that you join will be unrecognisable from the one you will retire from in 40 or 50 years' time. Even before the economic disruption caused by coronavirus, researchers were predicting that artificial intelligence will see around a third of current job roles disappear over the next 2 decades. Digital communications, virtual reality, increased connectivity, and the Internet of Things mean that work will increasingly be something we do rather than somewhere we go. But as those jobs disappear, new ones will emerge. Jobs that don't even exist today will become commonplace. It sounds daunting, but believe me, you have equipped yourselves to be among the lucky ones. The key skills that will be needed in the future are the very skills that you have been developing while you have been at West College Scotland. Complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, coordinating with others, emotional intelligence, judgment and decision making, service orientation, negotiation and cognitive flexibility. You are well qualified. You are smart. Your success here at West College Scotland proves you have the skills and the talent to adapt, to change and to use it for your benefit, the benefit of your families and your communities. You leave us with a set of skills that are future-proof, with a set of skills that allow you to interact effectively with other people and with an understanding of the importance of creativity and collaboration in the modern workplace. Among you are the leaders of tomorrow, who will lead with empathy and perspective, taking care of those in your charge. Among you are the people who will help find the answers with which we can collectively tackle the climate emergency. Among you are the people who will care for our children, our elderly, and our sick with dignity and respect. Your potential is vast. What I'd like you to do now is ask you for a few moments to travel forward in time. Not the full 40 years, but say 20 years. You've met the older you. I want you to ask the older you a few things. Am I happy? Have I used my skills and talents wisely? Have I used my time well? Have I truly achieved what I thought I was able to? Have I continued to develop, building on the investment I made in myself by studying at West College, Scotland? I truly hope the answer to all these questions will be an emphatic yes. But let's be clear, even if the answer to all of them is yes, you will encounter disappointments, rejections and failure. I have. In fact, just about anybody who has ever succeeded in anything has failed at something. To get on in life, you must be motivated. Being motivated means taking risks, and taking risks means accepting failure, learning from it and bouncing back. Achievements stem from drive and determination as much as ability. Persistence and conviction are the difference between success and failure. So if you want to succeed, don't be afraid to fail. Use failure to teach you something about yourself. Use it to become stronger, wiser and more determined. Life is an infinite game. There are no winners and losers. Those that truly succeed are the people who don't try to be others. Rather, they're the people who look to constantly better themselves. You know what you're good at. You know what excites you. You have something to offer society, and you have a responsibility to yourself to find out what that is. All of us change the world a little just by being here. Please try and change it more than a little, and change it in a positive way. By coming to West College, Scotland, you have made an investment in yourself. Many of you will have made big sacrifices to come here. Make sure your precious investment is not frittered away. We, the West College Scotland family, are proud of you. Your family and friends are proud of you. Be proud of yourself and what you have achieved at West College, Scotland. I hope you will always remember us fondly and speak well of us. Finally, enjoy this evening. You've earned it. Now, if we were in that grand hall I mentioned earlier, I would be encouraging you to cheer, clap and raise the roof. While it might not be quite the same, remember we are still cheering and clapping for you, and I'm sure your friends and family who are watching this are too. Enjoy your moment of glory. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If ever there was a time to celebrate, then tonight it is. Our students have been committed to their studies and adapted well during such challenging circumstances. I'm delighted that the following student has achieved his Higher National Certificate in Administration and Information Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Business.
Good evening, everyone. The following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Electrical Engineering. The HNC Electrical Engineering Prize, sponsored by Diodes. The winner of this prize has been studying part-time day release for the last 3 years, as well as juggling an engineering position within Scottish Water. Her job entails a great deal of travel as a roving engineer. As well as this very tiring job, she's also had a young child to look after. She's done extremely well to balance the job, her child and college work. The college work she produced was always of a very high standard. She passed all assessments with high marks and always submitted timelessly. She's one of the very few who have been awarded an A grade in her HNC Electrical Engineering graded unit for this cohort of students. This demonstrates that she's very bright, a very hard worker, conscientious and dedicated to achieving results, and we have no doubt she could go on to degree and postgraduate level academia. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to announce that the HNC Electrical Engineering Prize is awarded to Cherise Cleary. The following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Engineering Systems with Renewable Energy. The HNC Engineering Systems Prize is sponsored by Kilpatrick Blaine Services. This student started with West College Scotland as an NC Engineering Systems student and worked very hard to gain his ANC award. During his HNC year, he impressed his lecturers with his application and high standard of work, performing very well in all his subjects and achieving good marks in all assessments. The progress which he has made during his time at West College Scotland has been outstanding, and he is a worthy winner of the HNC Engineering Systems Prize. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together at home for the HNC Engineering Systems with Renewable Energy Prize, awarded to Dylan Murphy. I'm pleased that the following students have achieved their Higher National Diploma in Engineering Systems with Renewable Energy. The HND Engineering Systems with Renewable Energy Prize is sponsored by Community Wind Power. The winner of this prize studied HNC Electrical Engineering during his first year at West College Scotland and then joined our HND Engineering Systems course. He performed very highly and achieved consistently high marks in all assessments undertaken. Assignments were always of a high standard and submitted well within required time limits. He demonstrated a very good understanding of all topics covered and is a deserving winner. Can everyone at home please put their hands together for our next prize winner? The HND Engineering Systems Prize with Renewable Energy is awarded to Roman Volek.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very proud to be here again to congratulate all the computing students who have achieved their qualification despite it being another tough academic year. Indeed, the computing students studied for the entire year online, which demonstrated great resilience and commitment, but also a selflessness to allow the other students in more practical areas to use our rooms and resources safely. So thank you and well done. It gives me great pleasure that the following student has achieved their Higher National Certificate in Games Development. I'm delighted that the following students have achieved their Higher National Diploma in Games Development. The HND Computing Games Development Prize is sponsored by West College, Scotland. This student has come a long way since starting on the HNC. He's had to deal with health issues that left him distracted and missing classes. Regardless of these problems, he put in the effort to make up for any lost time and achieved good results. He excelled in graphics and audio-based work and applied himself to technical subjects such as programming, which he initially found challenging. But he went out of his way to put in the extra effort to achieve the required standards. He was a very keen student who got on well with his classmates. He had excellent attendance and worked hard in class and adapted well to online study. Despite all the obstacles that occurred in this difficult and very unusual academic year, he remained dedicated to his studies. Over the 2 years of the HND course, he has travelled a great distance in his academic and personal development, through perseverance and hard work. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm thrilled to announce that the HND Computer Games Development Prize is awarded to Andrew Clark. The following student has been successful in achieving his higher national certificate in cyber security. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure that the following students have achieved their higher national diploma in cyber security. The HND Cybersecurity Prize sponsored by PracticeLabs.com. This student was one of several outstanding students in the cybersecurity class. He demonstrated excellent technical abilities along with a deep understanding of the theories in networking and cybersecurity. He was hard-working, dedicated and engaged throughout his time at college. He contributed well in class and the work he submitted was of the highest standard. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together at home. The HND Cybersecurity Prize is awarded to Craig Scott.
It gives me great pleasure that the following students have achieved their higher national certificate in travel and tourism. The HNC Travel and Tourism Prize is sponsored by Clyde Coast Tourism. The winner of this prize has been recognised for the outstanding quality and quantity of work she produced throughout the whole college year. She is a quite unassuming person, but also has a very positive and caring nature. She achieved an A grade for her graded unit, and throughout the year she worked meticulously, putting a great deal of effort into all work, completing every submission to a very high standard. I'm delighted to award this prize to her. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together at home for the HNC Travel and Tourism Prize winner, Erin Monroe.
Good evening, everyone. The session 2021 will be one we will never forget. Lockdown turned us all into learners. Both staff and students worked hard to acquire a whole new set of skills above and beyond the curriculum. On behalf of the staff team, I would like to thank every single student for their hard work in achieving the HNC under such unusual circumstances. And on behalf of the students, I would like to thank the staff for all the learning they embarked on to support that happening. I am honoured to announce that the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Social Sciences. The HNC Social Science Prize is sponsored by Cook, Stevenson and Company. This student started with us on the NC Higher Social Science and Criminology course. She had a great work ethic and did extremely well in all her social science subjects on this course. We were therefore delighted that she chose to stay with us to complete her HNC in Social Sciences. She has always ensured that she is equipped to take on whichever challenge is presented to her, and she coped very well with our move from class-based learning to a fully online course. She has grown in confidence in her time studying at West College, Scotland. In spite of the challenges of learning remotely, she impressed her lecturers with her commitment and dedication. Across a full range of social science subjects, she was able to show how much she had taken in and showed great perseverance in what she was able to achieve. Her achievement of an A in her graded unit exam is a testament to her academic ability and her adaptability under the most challenging of academic sessions. We are very proud of her and wish her well in all her future studies. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to announce that the HNC Social Science Prize is awarded to Zoe Begg.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's certainly been a challenging year, one that we'll remember for a long time to come, but one where this cohort of students worked hard to complete their qualification, and we hope they're proud of their achievements just as we are proud of them. So tonight I'm delighted to announce that the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Applied Science. Ladies and gentlemen, the HNC Applied Science Prize is sponsored by Thermo Fisher Scientific. This student has shown herself to not only be academically very capable, but also very driven. Having started a nursing degree, she soon realised it wasn't what she wanted to do as a career and made the difficult decision to leave the course. Determined to pursue her passion of studying a science degree, in 2020 she applied to our Widening Access Partnership with Glasgow University. This meant that she not only had to complete her college studies, but also a parallel programme with the university. As big a commitment as this was, she went on to achieve a 15-credit HNC with an A in her graded unit and an A grade in the University Articulation Programme. This level of success means she can now progress directly to Year 2 of the degree in pharmacology. In her exams, her performance was nothing short of amazing. In some parts she scored 100% and averaged over 95% across the course. Her attitude to learning, whether online or face-to-face, is the key to her success. She always wanted to know more and engage with lessons, querying anything she was unclear of. Her passion for science and her strong work ethic will see her carve out a successful career as a scientist, and the science team wish her every success. So it gives me great pleasure to announce that the HNC Applied Science Prize is awarded to Hannah McGonigal.
Good evening to everyone watching. I am delighted to announce that the following students achieved their HNC in Care and Administrative Practice, HNC Social Services and HNC Childhood Practice after what was a uniquely challenging year to achieve for each and every one of them. I am delighted that the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Care and Administrative Practice. The HNC Care and Administrative Practice Prize is sponsored by West College, Scotland. The winner of this prize is what the ethos and values of further education are all about. He is a mature student, returning to education to change his profession and start a new chapter in his life. He has grabbed the chance and excelled at the HNC Care and Administrative Practice, gaining an A in his graded unit. His outgoing personality has kept his whole class engaged during this extremely challenging year, making everyone laugh and bond as a group. He has made teaching the class a pleasure, and the mantra of the class was, "Everyone needs a Kevin in their lives." He is moving on to adult nursing at UWS, where I know he will be excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to announce that the HNC Care and Administrative Practice Prize is awarded to Kevin Lynch. I am delighted that the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Social Services. I am thrilled that the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Childhood Practice. The HNC Childhood Practice Prize is sponsored by West College, Scotland. The winner of this prize is a mother and full-time student who coped during a very challenging year with online learning. She was always positive and had a ready smile. She successfully completed placement at an early years setting and received a highly satisfactory report. She has been a self-motivated and dedicated student throughout her HNC year. With hard work and commitment to her course, she consistently produced a high standard of work for all her assessments. An independent, responsible learner who always gave her best, she was a pleasure to teach. Ladies and gentlemen, the HNC Childhood Practice Prize is awarded to Sarah Jameson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted that the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Coaching and Developing Sport. The HNC Coaching and Developing Sports Prize is sponsored by Only Sport Limited. This year, after another extremely successful year given the circumstances we all had to endure, was once again very difficult to choose a prize winner from an array of very talented students. However, the winner of this prize was consistently thorough and proficient in all areas of his coursework, successfully achieving all aspects. He was a reliable and motivated individual who possessed excellent communication and leadership qualities, together with a very pleasant manner and personality, and over and above his own studies, he continually throughout his course demonstrated a willingness to assist his fellow peers when and where required. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together at home for the HNC Coaching and Developing Sports Prize winner is awarded to Ewan McIntosh. Ladies and gentlemen, the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Health, Fitness and Exercise. The HNC Fitness, Health and Exercise Prize is sponsored by Only Sport Limited. The winner of this prize was chosen from an extremely talented group of students. He was a competent and committed student both academically and practically on his journey to achieving his end goals in both disciplines. Conscientious and hard-working, he endeavoured to excel in all aspects of his course programme. This was portrayed through his determination and efforts produced in all course units, resulting in a very high level of knowledge and understanding. This student has the potential to go a very long way in the field of health and fitness. On behalf of the staff team, it gives me great pride to announce that the HNC Fitness, Health and Exercise Prize winner, Liam McClure.
Good evening to everyone watching at home. Ladies and gentlemen, the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Fashion Makeup. The next group of students have been successful in gaining their Higher National Diploma in Makeup Artistry. A huge well done to you all. The HND Makeup Artistry Prize is sponsored by Cryolin. This student has been with our department for 4 years, funded by himself, working through the makeup artistry progression route and achieving an A pass in his final graded unit. He was always motivated and creative in his approach to his chosen subject area. His passion for makeup artistry has allowed him to carry out work placement in both film and theatre, and he has now secured his dream job with Bare Minerals. He was a pleasure to have in class and worked to a very high standard at all times, meeting every deadline while encouraging his class group to do the same. He unselfishly helped others and offers to mentor lower level groups, encouraging them to achieve higher goals. We are delighted to award this prize to him. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together at home for the HND Makeup Artistry awarded to Jackson Gillespie. The following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Hairdressing. HNC Hairdressing Prize, sponsored by West College Scotland. The winner of this prize has been an exemplary student over the past 3 years. Her approach to hairdressing has been passionate and motivational. She submitted work to the highest standard, was always respectful of her peers and lecturers, and took care and placed the utmost attention to her clients. I am delighted to award her with this prize. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to announce that the HNC Hairdressing Prize is awarded to Ashley McNeish.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen at home. Last year was a very difficult time for all staff and students at our college. We are very proud of our graduates every year, but this year's graduates deserve extra special credit for showing the resilience and determination to see their course through to the end, working from home and submitting evidence in a number of unique ways to ensure they still achieve their qualification. I am delighted that the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Music. I am thrilled that the following students have achieved their Higher National Diploma in Music. Great work, everyone. The HND Music Prize is sponsored by Kenny's Music Glasgow. This student's journey started with us back in 2016 when he left his home in the Netherlands and enrolled onto the NC Music course here at West College Scotland. This experience seemed to open his eyes to studying music abroad, and he decided to take a little time out in order to become more accomplished as a composer, performer, and to gain more musical experience before returning for the HNC course in 2019. His effort, hard work, commitment, enthusiasm and dedication to his studies, together with the fact that he was in a foreign country during a worldwide pandemic, away from family and friends, really was second to none, and throughout his 2 years studying his HND with us, showed great resilience, such a positive attitude and outlook, and so he very much deserves this award. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together at home for the HND Music Prize awarded to Tom Weckamp. I'm delighted that the following students have achieved their Higher National Certificate in Music Business. I'm thrilled that the following students have achieved their Higher National Diploma in Music Business. The HND Music Business Prize is sponsored by West College, Scotland. This student was the standout student on the HND Music Business course this year. He produced consistent, high quality work throughout the 2 years he was on the course, ensuring he always met the deadlines that were set. His motivation to study his course and to succeed was second to none, and despite the huge challenges faced in studying this course over the last 2 years, this student still managed to gain real-world music industry experience during his course in artist management, live events promotions and releasing recordings. This student also found time to be a worthy class rep and played a vital role in helping teaching staff adapt and reshape the course throughout the COVID pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together at home for the HND Music Business Prize is awarded to Jack Macaulay. I am delighted that one of our school pupils has achieved her Higher National Certificate in Sound Production. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the following students have achieved their Higher National Diploma in Sound Production. The HND Sound Production Prize is sponsored by Avid Media Specialists. Over the last 2 years, this student has been hard working in all lessons within the college campus and also when studying remotely. This has been evident in the quality of her academic coursework and in her engagement within practical activities in college. She has risen above the challenges that the last year has thrown at her and has been dedicated and motivated to her studies throughout this difficult year. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together at home for the HND Sound Production Prize is awarded to Ailey Lavelle. It gives me great pleasure that the following students have achieved their Higher National Diploma in Visual Communications. The HND Visual Communications Prize is sponsored by West College, Scotland. This student has been an exemplary student throughout his time at college. He has worked hard and pushed himself to produce good results for all units. He has been an inspiration to his classmates, and his quiet, approachable nature and willingness to help others earned him the respect of his classmates and lecturers. He has produced a portfolio of work to be proud of and is a worthy recipient of the HND Visual Communication Prize for this year. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to tell you that the HND Visual Communications Prize is awarded to Mark McVeigh. Last but certainly not least, I'm delighted that the following students have achieved their Higher National Diploma in Creative Industries Television. The HND Creative Industries Television Prize is sponsored by Avid Media Spec. Students on practical subjects such as television production develop their very specific skill set and knowledge base, which makes it difficult to choose one winner. However, in the end, this student has been chosen as the winner due to the consistently high standard of work they have produced throughout both their HNC and HND year with us. In this time, she has shown herself to be a skilled, committed, focused and determined individual. The staff have taken real pleasure in watching her develop into a confident, capable young professional, ready to take her place in industry, and we wish her every success. Everyone at home, please put your hands together for the HND Creative Industries Television Prize is awarded to Laura Blythe.
Congratulations to everyone here on graduating at West College, Scotland. I am the newly elected student president, and as much as I wish we had more time to know each other, I am excited for everyone here. Every one of you has just closed a chapter and you're now ready to take the next step in your life, whether that's in further education, a job, or at home. You should also be so proud of your achievements. Hold your head high and appreciate the work you put in, because it isn't easy. It hasn't been easy for anyone the last year. Life is hard, especially as a student. We all have our own responsibilities, our own hardships, our own battles, but none of that stopped you. You didn't let anything get in the way of your education, and you fought for what you wanted because you deserve it. Problems, big or small, everyone has them. Give yourselves a round of applause for overcoming your own barriers. Well done. I'd like to take a moment to mention everyone that, for their own reasons, might not have graduated, and say, do not let this set you back. This is not the end. Life goes on and always brings other opportunities. One door closes and another one opens, so keep smiling. You choose your path. You choose your fate. So don't ever let anyone tell you you can't, because there is no can't, only won't. And I believe that there is no obstacle too big. If you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything. From this point on, you choose your way. Mould your life for you. Graduates of 2021, from everyone at West College, Scotland, we wish you good luck for the future. Dream big and reach high. Enjoy every moment you can, and thank you for being a part of the community we have built together.